Yep. Keep an eye on her hands at all times.
An eye on my hands?
Yep.
Why? Are you trying to suggest that I beat you?
Oh,
Is that what
man.
we're suggesting?
Where the hell is my mic drop?
Wow. It's out of stock.
Unfortunately.
For those of you guys who really love mic drop right now, it's out of stock. But don't worry, it'll be back. In the meantime, you're one infinity stone down. I made sure we left that at home. Make sure they bring it out today. Okay? All right, guys. Hey, y'all. You know it's been a little while since I've been able to give y'all the both of us on screen here at the Business of Pleasure. But as we close out the year, I wanted to have a very special conversation that I really couldn't have with anybody who wasn't my man.
All right. Go ahead.
You starting to see, you see. Okay. And, you know, the reason why is because I thought about how this is the season of giving. We spent a lot of time talking about the presents and the gifts and the things that can go under the tree from the more physical, material things. But I want this episode to be more so something that can help individuals who are looking to do some personal work, kind of prepare themselves. So this will be a part 1, part 2 episode, but also couples who are looking to go into a new year, a new season, setting intentions, doing things a certain way. And that's why I wanted us to do this together, because this first part is going to be entitled What We Give Each Other. Okay. This ain't just about what's under the tree. Okay. This is every day. And we're going to give y'all, we basically not going to gatekeep. Hear that, babe?
Yeah.
Now, you know, of course, there are certain things you might want to keep just to us.
Damn right.
That's your discretion on which things you want to share and which you don't. Mm-hmm. But I want to help the people.
Okay, that's
because I think that's what the soft and strong is all about, right?
Yes.
And so for those who don't know, we do have our own separate platform that we've been working and building, and it's called the Soft and the Strong. And that is for a lot of reasons. I think people would hear that and automatically go to me just being soft and you being strong. But anybody who knows us knows that we toggle both sides.
Trying to call me soft?
Yeah, sometimes.
Right,
it's a little bit, a little teddy bear. Just a little bit.
Still a bear.
It could be still a bear, but it's
Right.
a teddy.
Fine, I'll accept that.
You gonna tell me last night you literally said, come lay on my bosom.
Yeah. I was like, come hither. And then you went to sleep with your mouth open like,
Shut up.
all right.
Why you always say that I go sleep with my mouth open? Why
Because
do
he
you
be just wild comfortable. I'll be like, babe. Oh, there.
The mouth open part though is you being in low key.
That's when I know you cross over into deeper sleep.
Oh really?
Yeah.
How open it be? It's like a little subtle.
A little bit. Not enough for me, but I'm playing, joking. But just a little bit like, all right, that's how I know you gone. When the mouth is up a little bit.
Well, with that being said, all the things that I said being said, right? The soft and strong, we talk about how it's sometimes being strong enough to lead, strong enough to be protecting each other, strong enough for us to build, but also the soft is more so soft enough to feel, soft enough to listen, soft enough to grow. And that's where the balance is. Now, Chris here.
Hi.
I get to call you Chris.
Don't do it again. All right, I'll just play. All right, I gotta be serious. All right.
I know you don't. You're not going to be serious.
I'm not.
He's never serious until he tries to be real serious. And then that's when I got to soften him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know how to Betty you, all right?
Yes, you do.
I'll Betty you all day. Think you're going to Hulk out? I'll be like, there.
It works. It's a big deal. Because if I can feel comfortable to be soft around you, then that's definitely a badge of honor.
Y'all heard it here first on the Business of Pleasure podcast. But I would say one thing about you, and that I want to kind of set the tone for the conversation is that you're definitely a man who always shows up with great intention. I'll give you that. Not ego, sometimes, because sometimes I have to be like, yo, don't stare out into the abyss. But for the most part, I don't feel as though, your ego is something that shows up regularly. I believe that you're someone who understands that strength it doesn't disappear just because there's a side of you that can show softness. I feel like with your person, you should have that. And I think that's something you do well. And that there's been evolution. There's been growth. There's been a lot of it. So I kind of want to get into that. And I thought something that we recently started doing is something that we could do here live. And what that has been is each day we've been taking time to tell each other why we love each other or, care for each other or appreciate each other or any of the things that fall into those categories. And on the way here, you seem to have like a epiphany moment.
Yeah.
Of what you are going to use for yours today.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm listening.
Okay. Let me be serious. Today's reason, one of the reasons, because I have many, 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 many reasons. That's why it's a thing. But today's reason why I love you is that you make me feel wanted. Now, I'm not trying to bash people, but it's a big deal when you make a man feel wanted. That's why there's memes and stories about when a man get a compliment, you don't know how to act after that because we don't really get that. But it's not necessarily just compliments. It's about wanting you around, wanting your presence, wanting your energy, wanting to spend time. You do that, and you have many different ways. A lot of times you be joking. Sometimes you're dead serious. Sometimes you're vulnerable and be like, yo, you just look at me, and I just pick up on it. But overall, it makes me feel like I matter. Make me feel like my time, my presence is significant. And you can't take that for granted. You can't take it for granted when your person wants you around. It's not about being needy or clingy, whatever. I mean, you make an impact because, as we know, you're great by yourself, independent, boss lady, all that kind of business. But with me, you feel like you can do a lot more. It's more significant. We do things, even if it's just playing Grand Theft or talking, cracking jokes, everything. You make me feel like, yo, this is where I'm supposed to be.
I do want you there. I think it's important that you're naturally in any relationship, right? Going to have ups and downs. You're naturally in any relationship going to have disagreements, right? And in those moments, you have to be able to lean on those types of things, like, because otherwise you start to have a hard time justifying why you stay through the fights, why you tolerate the stuff, right? Because you could love a whole lot about a person, but there's always these little things that's like pisses you off about them.
It helps that you look good though. Can't stay mad at you for long looking like that. I can't. I take a deep breath. I just feel like we're not breaking up. Continue though.
You're so annoying when you say that too. I swear to God, yo.
We're not. That's it. Like, we're not.
This is what surfaces whenever we having an argument. And anytime you say we're not breaking up, I feel like low key, you just bullshit.
It could have been anything.
And now you try to remind me.
Yeah, because you're like, oh, you didn't make the bed. We're not breaking up though. Like,
you're annoying.
You know what I'm saying? We're not. So tuck it in.
No, but I feel like you have to be able. I look at it like credit. You know what I'm saying? I've talked about that with you before, where it's like, when you want to go borrow money from a bank, they're going to look at your history and they're going to say, how is this person credit worthy? And if so, how much credit do they deserve? And even if you got a ding or two or whatever, it's like, do you have a longer history or a better proven history of being the kind of person who pays their debts and does it on time and, whatever, versus the person who just like, whatever, they don't care. So it matters because when you get those random dings, you want to be able to look at a person's history and say they have more credit than they have, the lack of showing that they can be responsible in it. So It's not just even like the length of the credit history, because that's important too, but like how much credit, how many different things, how many areas have you earned great credit in? And so those things help offset when you miss a payment or you're late. In fact, you're late and you're like, hey, is there anything we can do? You're never late. You want us to give you another month or let's move to the back end? They're mad willing to work with you when you have a history of being that kind of person versus this is your MO, right? And so when that's your MO, and I go back and I look at the history and all I can see is a history of you constantly not coming through, not following your word, repeatedly letting me down, or any of those types of things, then I can't fall on that when you mess up. In fact, it's going to feed whatever I'm pissed off with you today about and make it worse.
Right.
So you do a good job at not having a lengthier history of the bad stuff, if anything, or whatever. I'm not even gonna say bad, but like of the fuck ups. You be fucking up sometimes. But you also have pretty good credit repair. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You know? Mm-hmm. So yeah. Okay. Mine.
I'm listening.
One of the greatest things I love about the way you love me is that you don't get in my way.
Okay.
I could feel that you believe in me. Mm-hmm. I know that you support me. I don't have any doubt. I don't have any question. I don't ever feel insecurity. I'm always mindful of anything that I'm doing and how I can reflect on you. And, you know, what I feel personally, I'm uncomfortable with because I don't think it would look good on you or whatever the case is. But at the same time, there are times where I might be like having a reservation and you don't want to like, yo, go do that shit or whatever the case is. And it's really refreshing because I won't say there's not been a problem for me before. It's been a major problem for me because I've been told I'm intimidating.
Who called you intimidating?
Why you make that face first?
Cause, nothing. Go ahead.
You think I'm intimidating?
No.
You said that I could be once though.
You could be before when we got together, because I'm just like, yo.
So I was intimidating, but now am I not?
Yeah, but then I realized I just gotta chest bump you a little bit, and then just feel like, yo, fuck up. You know what I'm saying? But,
Are you trying to say that you have me in check?
Yeah, I'm bigger than you.
And what does that mean?
So I'm like, yo, get out of here. We're like,
I got your ass in check too.
You right. Cause I'd be like, yo, chill, babe. You know, I don't want no problem. Like, chill. Like, I need this shirt.
No, but people have told me I'm intimidating.
No,
I've had guys say that when I was, in my dating phase.
You have a very piercing stare, and it's like you're not afraid of eye contact.
You think that's a problem that women have?
Yeah, because a lot of women would not look at you. They would look to the side, but you just look directly into somebody's eyes.
Oh, and that's intimidating?
It can be for some guys. Because a lot of guys like to be domineering over a woman and be like, yeah, and then she'd be like, and you'd be like, all right, big boy.
Oh, you feel like I'm gonna do it back?
Yeah. So when you do that, like, oh, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, wait, you know what I'm saying?
It's a choice. It's a choice.
Even how you stare into the camera.
Hey guys. Okay.
So,
no, it's a choice though.
Okay.
Because I will be honest, there are times where, like, I feel like as a woman, there's a power we have, right?
Right.
And knowing when to leverage it and when to lower your wing is a very big deal. Like, it's one of the strongest things I feel like women can practice as a form of discernment, right? Because sometimes I think that a lot of women that have run into certain issues with their relationships or with their men is because you don't know when it's time to like let that man be that man. Versus there are times where I could tell that you're being too much of a man in the sense of like that pride ego way. And it's like, babe, you don't have to be that. You don't like, I know I don't need you to prove it to me. I know you all the man in the world. I know you ain't, but because sometimes it could be a little toxic to the degree that men might go to prove their masculinity to some degree, right? Like, you ain't gonna bitch me out type thing, And it's like, honey, like, stop. But that's yeah, it's deal. Definitely choice, because there are times where you get up on me and I'm like, and the other times you get up on me and I'm like, what's up?
You right.
What you want to do? What you talk about?
She be like, Harlem, nigga. Like, oh, relax. Like, you relax.
I want to kick you. Yo, he makes me want to hit him all the time. I'm telling you, not like serious like violence, but like just want to pinch him. Like you're just a person you just want to pinch.
Yeah. Not domestic violence.
No, not.
No.
Never.
No, just violence. Domestically. Yo, they didn't catch the foot. You gotta catch the foot.
What foot? Okay. You were about to say something though before?
Nah, for the record, I do appreciate you knowing how to toggle with the switch side about being let's say dominant in some situations and being a switch in some situations. I don't have to prove how much of a man I am around you. You don't make it a situation. Sometimes, you get with a woman, you always got to keep proving.
You feel like you're being tested a lot?
Yeah, all the time. You be like, because if I don't do this, then I can't come home, or she's gonna make fun of me.
Yeah, sometimes you be doing that. I'll be like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. She be like, all right, babe, stop. I'll be like, oh, so I don't have to. Okay, like, all right.
She be like, I'm just like, come on, like, babe, stop.
That's great, but I'll save that kind of reasoning for another day. No 2 for 1s today.
No 2 for 1s? You can't pour it on thick. A little season of giving. You can't give a little more.
That's another reason why I love you, but because, I don't have to feel pressure. I can be soft around you. I get it.
Okay, see, now you got credit. Because on one of these days, if you forget to tell me before midnight, I'll credit you.
There's that long credit that I be having.
Yeah,
damn, right?
see?
Yeah.
Okay, so what I do want to do, though, is... The reason why I wanted to start there is because, the first segment is called Power in Your Presence. And I wanted to talk about what I felt was powerful about your presence. And I think that it's heavily rooted in not just that you show up, but how you show up. And that I feel like makes you such a strong teammate, right? And I use that word very intentionally because you and I kind of lend into just what I said about why, I love you and why I love the way you love me is that there are some men who treat their women like a subordinate as opposed to a teammate.
Right.
And
definitely difference.
And you know what? Especially, and it's even, let me tell you something. It's the most detrimental thing I believe a man could do to himself if he has a powerful woman. Because you're basically taking away from you when you stop her from stepping into like her full presence. Yeah, she's not, and the way she can show up and the things that she can do. A woman is very easily, just I think men can do this too. Well, we real quick to fall back and be like, all right, well, I'll let you go ahead and be, go ahead, suffer. Go ahead, struggle.
Like you lost?
Aw.
You lost? Did you take the wrong turn?
Mm-hmm. Sorry to hear that.
Oh, man,
but seriously, it's like,
no, you're right.
Because there's a lot of times where that need to show up so dominant and masculine or whatever. Y'all literally be causing yourself a lot of grief. I know I make jokes all the time, just like you do. It's like that. I tell you, it's like that day that you couldn't find them keys.
Yeah.
You almost let that toxic get in the way. Because when we were downstairs and I was like trying to help you, I got it, babe. I got it. Oh, sorry, babe. I got it. Yo, you got to just go over there. And I'm like,
but it's a natural
that was one of the days
thing.
I'm like, shut up.
It's a natural thing. I mean, come on. If I'm your man, right, and you're dealing with a strong woman, I got to be stronger than you. I got to be that guy.
Why do you have to be stronger?
There's some
I mean, physically stronger. Okay, cool.
Damn right.
If the house is on fire, okay, cool.
Right.
But as far as emotionally and mentally, why do you think you need more strength? Because there may be a reason, and I want to understand.
Why I have to be stronger than you? For your safety.
Elaborate.
Yeah.
Poor favor. Oh, it's empty.
Oh no. We'll do it
Continue. I'll deal with it in a minute.
if you as a strong person can rely on me or someone who's stronger,
Something a little stronger. Keep going about the stronger. I'm listening.
then you can feel safe around me because you know when you don't have it, I got it. You should feel safe around me. You should feel safe around a strong man. And it's not just you, it's almost every woman. So when you see the strength in me, I want you to feel safe. I want you to feel secure. And sometimes it doesn't come out the right way because I get lost in ego-driven stuff, lost in trying to handle it on my own, whatever. But overall, that's why most men feel that they have to be strong. They want their lady to be soft around them. But how are you going to be soft if you don't feel secure?
I got no rebuttal.
So
I have no words to fight back with. I don't have a rebuttal to that. You got it. Because I would be a hypocrite if I did, because then everything I wrote in my book would become a lie. Because at the end of the day, it is a matter of a woman cannot reveal the most feminine, soft side of herself without with her man. Let me be specific, with her man. Without feeling like he possessed that. And it's not, I guess what the word that's kind of holding me up is the strong one, right? Because I do think there's a level of endurance, there's a level of this, but the safety part. So instead of, I do need to feel protected. I do need to feel like you're not going to take advantage of the softest parts of me. Because I think, and I know, let me not say I think, I know for a fact that some of the most resilient parts of me were cultivated by men who took advantage of my kindness. Absolutely, hands down.
So, something like you always say, it's still got to be toggled. Can't go too strong. Can't be not strong enough. It has to be a middle. And I'm not gonna lie, I struggle with the middle.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I was gonna say, baby, the count. Okay,
I'm
come on with the accountability, daddy. Let's go.
I'll tell you right now, it's all or nothing.
Because when you said that just now, I was about to say I will be clipping that for a later argument. You feel like I struggle with the middle.
I do, because I'm all or nothing. So sometimes with that, get too strong. I got it. I don't need your help. Don't worry about it.
Or you fall back too much.
Yeah, fall back too much. Like, yo, go ahead, Miss Independent. You got it. You know what I'm saying? And I just lean back and we watch you work. We're like, oh, look at you. Yeah, baby. Oh, you got it. So I try to be on some vibe like, yes, honey, can you please help me find my keys? And then you definitely found the keys. I was like, oh, shit. But
it was so easy.
I know,
and
but I
was
was trying to be cool with it. I was trying to be cool. So
I'll say this because I didn't find the keys quicker because you couldn't find them. Our brains work different, right? And when you're dealing with a person and you're looking to see, and to the tune of what this conversation is about what you give, right? When people ask the question, what does a person bring to the table? I think that we've made that such a toxic discussion. Each person in a relationship brings something. They contribute something that benefits the whole. Doesn't always, but I think where people have taken it to this like just purely monetary side of it, that's where I feel like there's problems. But at the end of the day, I bring a different thought process than you bring. And there are times where your thought processes was better. And there are times where I feel my thought process might be was better. Under pressure, who got it, babe?
You got it. You got it.
And look, that is because, baby, you did not live the life of survival I lived.
Absolutely.
So it doesn't mean that you're not equally qualified to handle certain things in some ways, but it means that the way that I can activate when the pressure is on, you have a slight pause before you activate. But once you get into your mode, boom, what do you usually say? Got it, right? And once you got it, you got it. But the timing that it might take you to arrive at that point is not the same as me, where mine is a little bit more instantaneous, where I'm actually my best in those circumstances, right? And I'm working on being able to put the same level of energy, because look, there's a downside to every positive, right? My downside, I'm great under pressure. I could see the path. I could see to this. Oh, the building's on fire. Smoke's going up. Okay, heat rises. But over here, there's a this and there's a. I see. Okay, exit to the left. Boom. But when I don't have those pressures, I then struggle to show up with the same level of energy, the same level of let's go, the same level. So I'll do it, but it may not be in the same way that I'll do it if I feel like something's on the line, right? And I guess that's why you go through something, I'll come through in the final hour. You know what I'm saying? Hitting nothing but threes. Like cash.
Nah, I see what you did there.
Cash. Cash. Okay. You like that? I don't know, play on words. It's me, your girl Cash.
You know what I'm saying? But
seriously, yeah.
That's how we match, because you talk about the pressure, you talk about the final hour. I think that has a lot to do, if we're being honest, has a lot to do with you, because you always tell me, oh, don't be a Titan. So my natural instinct is to drop her shoulder and move forward. You know what I'm saying? Charge through, burst everything out the way. You know what I'm saying? It seems like something a guy my size would do, but even before this size, I was that kind of way because I'm aggressive like that. Mm-hmm. So now dealing with you always tell me, you don't always have to brute strength everything. You don't have to always charge through everything. So sometimes I get nervous and I have to second guess it, but like, stop.
Because you could be a warlock. We'll explain that. We'll explain that in a minute.
So now it's like, do I have to brute force this? Is there another way before I go the natural way? And there's a hesitation, because sometimes I can live with brute force and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to Hot 97 with it. Yeah. I can brute force things and be comfortable at the end of the day. Like, I made a decision. It's a natural decision. But being with you, I realize that doesn't have to be the way. So sometimes there is a hesitation. Sometimes there's more preparation now. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to do things in the final hour because I know it's coming. I shouldn't have to do that. That's your strength. But mine, sometimes I get a little flustered because I'm like, there's a lot at stake right now. Oh my God, come on, son, come on. And I'm like,
I'm of the belief that people don't get nervous unless it matters. Right. So I understand that. And honestly, that's when I tend to see you in your high state of like panic, right? Because it matters. And, like I said, like same situation, different reaction. That day with the keys, because you were the one in it and time was on the line, right? Your ability to get out the door, get where you need to be, get to work, whatever. You had stops to make that day too. Heavily relied on keeping a certain schedule. But I didn't have the stress of the same thing that you had. So because you were in it, it kept you from seeing things clearly. You just frustrated. You looking everywhere. Meanwhile, I'm able to just stop and say, what would Chris do? And I walked upstairs, no lie. And I thought, what does he do before he walks out the door? Some of the last thing he does before he walks out the door. And you typically go to the freezer and you fill up your thing with ice. At the time, it was your big water, your 60 gallon or 64 gallon.
Big.
Yes, I understand. It's big.
Yeah, big Stanley.
It's big.
Yeah.
Whoo, back to the combo. No, but I'm like, he'll stop by, and because of that, Stanley, you can't have anything in your hands while you're doing it. So the first thing I thought is, in proximity of the freezer, where are the places he could have put the keys down? Right? So I look here, no, look here. Look behind me, and ta-da, what's laying there with a halo around it? The keys, right? But where it was, because at this time we still hadn't finished unpacking. We had the boxes and stuff still in the kitchen that hadn't been broken down. And it could easily blend.
Yeah.
But you were just on some like, just had these shits. Come on, man. You do. Because, baby, I know what it feels like when you do everything in your power to make sure everything goes right. Mm-hmm. And then something like that goes wrong. And it literally,
to the car.
Y'all, and it will
you have everything to the car. Didn't forget nothing upstairs except the keys to the car.
And then you got to put all that shit down. or whatever it is, can't unlock your car without it. So you got all your stuff and then you got to go back. And now you're like, oh, I got to go back up the stairs. It's like, I know that feeling all too well, right? So that was really what it was. But in situations like that, you need a person who's strong in the areas that you may sometimes not be. It doesn't mean that you're not strong under any pressure. Because when I'm under pressure, you become strong. But when you're under pressure, you become panic. Oh no, where is it? What is it? And I'm like, relax, baby. Let's take care of it this way. You go ahead and do this. I'm going to go get this. And you're like, mm. And when it works out, I mean, you was right.
I give you credit.
I give you
credit. Don't even try like, oh, you never give me credit.
But you don't jump to do it.
I do it.
You do it like in a modest, like, oh, I'm not going. I'm right, baby. Yeah, you was right. Yeah, that was.
Because you be hyped sometimes. Sometimes you be hyped. So I be like, oh, get out of here, son.
I'd be like, because if you had just not fought me when I was trying to help you.
You were like, oh, the ancestors.
You know that, yo, you know. I'm not doing this with you right now, okay? Because now come on, you know the ancestors be holding me down.
They do.
Okay. So anyway, going forward, right? Into the conversation, I want to step into adult edutainment, which, is the conversational part where we kind of do a little bit of learning, a little, on the adult side, we're going through a little bit of, one of my team members, she calls it adult puberty. I love that. It was perfect. Okay. It was so, shout out to the pleasure vessel. She said, that adult puberty. And I was like, that's exactly what it is. It's like going through puberty all over again, but in an adult way. So we're going to have a little bit more of the adult like conversations for that portion of it. So, I'm going to be honest, like the conversations that I have, the questions that I have, because I want to focus more on here on the wellness aspects. I want to focus on the pleasure aspects. I want to focus on the vitality and all that kind of stuff. That's what we know leading physical intimacy, unlearning survival, unlearning certain, traits or whatever that might have been a part of us. And when the relationship pressures you to kind of do those things in order to make sure that the connection sustains, right? So I'm just giving you that up front so you kind of have a sense of where I'm going. And I also want you to ask any questions or whatever that you feel like you might want to bring into it. So what is something that you didn't realize you needed until, let me rephrase that. What is something you didn't realize you needed from a partner until you were with me?
I know I needed physical affirmation.
Like my touch, you mean?
I mean, my fault. Verbal. Because I'm thinking about physical touch. I'm like, I'll be loving physical touch. God damn. You know what? Let's go physical touch. When you're single for a while, there's certain things you have to kind of cut out. You have to cut out the affection. You have to cut out the emotional attachment. You have to cut out a lot of things that you depend on from a partner. Mm-hmm. And then I was single for 2 years, I think, something like that. I lost track. But in that time, you kind of toughen up, and then when I got with you, feeling a woman's touch in a different kind of way, not just like a motivated, I want to do something way, more like a affirmation, kind of like, this is how I feel about you, I'm gonna touch you in a soft way. And I didn't realize how much I needed that. Can never take it for granted, a woman's touch. And
what is it? Because I can understand it from the woman's end of how it feels to get a man's touch,
right?
But just take me through it, right? Right now you're talking, right?
Yeah.
You put your hand on your leg, right? So you're talking, mm-hmm. And as you're talking, I go like that. right?
Yeah.
Or I just, I grab your hand.
Yeah.
Okay, what happens to you when you feel the touch?
When you touch me, my Apple Watch lets me know that my heart rate rises. And sometimes I get a little hot. But at the same time, it puts me at ease. It's like very comforting. It softens me up. Because when you walk out there as a man, as a black man, you got to be tough. You got to be strong. Whether it's for jokes, because you're not going to crack jokes for anything, or you're under attack from any little thing, make people to you as a threat. So when my woman touches me, which is you, when, is let me know like I'm safe here. I can relax. I can slump my shoulders. I could take my glasses off. I can close my eyes and not worry about nothing. And I didn't know how much I needed that, because so much is expected of me as a man. So much is expected as a black man. So much is expected even more of me as a big black man. People see me as a pillar of security. You know what I'm saying? People expect me to be strong for them. And they don't even know me. And that's how it is. You know what I'm saying? That's like the darker side of being this size. Because now people have more expectations. You're a big, strong guy. You're a big man. All of that comes with it. So I always have to have that role ready to be fulfilled. It's like I have to be that guy. But then when you touch me, it makes me feel like, all right, I can feel comfortable here.
There's something that you've been trying to tell me that you haven't told me the right way until just now.
What?
We were having a conversation. We even had some of that conversation last night, where you started to try to speak about, I kept saying, what is it that you need more of? And I kept saying that.
Oh, yeah?
Because I kept feeling like you keep asking for this thing and then I do it, but you're not really seeming like it's not enough. You, unfortunately, to a degree, made a slight mistake, because you centered the focus of it around a certain type of touch to a certain part of your body.
Yeah.
When you said that my hands were, what was the word you used to describe them? Magical?
Yes.
Yes. And you were referencing my hands touching you where?
Yes.
Where you made the mistake is, maybe this is a honey tip for the guys, right? Instead of saying to me, you need more touch or whatever the case is, you should come from the angle of saying that my touch grounds you, or that my touch helps you kind of like take off the shields and feel safe. Because if you had said those things, then I would have been able to see where I've not been touching you enough. But I really couldn't until just now.
Well,
and I mean that because I feel like I touch him all the time. But, and honestly, it's just something that I had noticed, that I was like, we're getting way too comfortable being like just testing with each other, even playfully, right? Because too much of it, even in a playful way of just kind of like poking and jabbing at each other, even like making jokes and cracking jokes and constantly jabbing, you become more sensitive to those things when it's not balanced. Like you said a second ago, the balance, when it's not balanced with enough of the intentional touch that's just genuine kindness, not being an asshole, not cracking a wise joke, not whatever. So when it's not enough of that happening, when the other jokes are made, it gets more sensitive. And for a little while, I was getting a little bit more sensitive to some of the things that you were cracking jokes about, because I'm like, you can't put that much emphasis and energy into cracking these jokes, but I'm not feeling like you're doing a lot of that outside of that environment in just the genuine being nice to me way.
Right.
So when I started to feel like maybe I internalized it and didn't notice it, because I noticed it did make me shift a little bit in like I said to you, you're not going to cool out my walk. I could be like ready to receive you coming through that door, wanting to walk up to you, grab you by the face, kiss you, hug you, happy to see you, baby. I could have all of that energy. And then you walk in and you say some asshole shit and I'm like, so it's been a little cause and effect because
Absolutely.
I realized that that's affected me because there are, the more gentle touch, come here.
What happened?
Yo, stop acting like a slut for it, like you don't get it, okay? You're not going. What you're not going to do is lead off with no false. It's not what's going to happen here, okay? You're not going to be acting like you're a touch deprived dog who never gets to. Oh, who me? Who me? You're going to pet me? You're going to pet me? You're going to pet me?
Wait, is it shaking?
Get the fuck out of here! Don't, yo.
What's up, baby?
Come here.
Yeah, I'm here.
So
Yeah.
you're not getting this touch, right?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. I got something I can use for this. Give me the oil.
This one.
Good. No. You had it right.
Oh, this one? Yeah.
What is that, Daddy?
Pragmatism.
All right. You're not getting this touch, right? And you could be getting this touch, but you're not getting this touch because you're being a dickhead.
Sorry.
Daddy's being an asshole.
Yeah.
Why you gotta do that?
Gotta be authentic.
I don't want it. What is that face you made with your eye? You did a good job with your cut.
Thank you.
I like it. I want to get that. Can I use a paper towel so that I can... Behind you, baby. Come here. So that way it's not too shiny right there. But you don't get to get touched like this that much.
I know.
Because you be being an asshole.
Sorry, my pants are shrinking.
Because I'm a check. I don't know about you guys. You don't have a view, but I do. Keep them shrunk. How much time before you go to work do we have?
We'll make time.
This is the business of pleasure. Yeah, baby, you didn't say that. And so I'm over here like, I've been touching that dick. Like, you talking about, I be touching it. But if you had expressed it to me with a little bit from that softer space and just being vulnerable, I would have understood it. And then I feel like we probably would have reached this point. But I'm happy you did say it now.
The best way I can explain it is my natural setting is cold. That's why I'm very resistant to cold, because I'm cold. Aquarius, all that good stuff, everything that goes with it. But
Aquarius.
Your touch warms me up. And the warmer I get, the more loving I get. So if I get used to you not touching me or used to that kind of warmth and affection, I get cold. And I get very, not necessarily standoffish, but a lot more insensitive. So now here comes the jokes. Here comes the jabs. Here comes the moments when you may need a touch or you may need something. I'm just looking at you like, oh, my neck, my shoulders. I'll be like, come on, baby, shrug it out. Instead of touching you. So, but when you touch me like that, it warms me up. And I can feel it. And it makes me want to do nice things for you, to you, with you. But it goes hand in hand. Because, like I said, as a man...
You got meaner. You was getting mean for a little while. Yeah, that face right there. Perfect. Right on time. Put that there, please, honey.
Sure.
Yeah, I feel like you... I don't know. I think it's a little easier when you're... Maybe if you're sleep deprived or... And that's why I don't like when you work too much of your days off. Because I'm like, listen, any week that you work your days off and the days you regularly work, you're going to be a dick. You're going to be a dick. You're going to be an asshole. Because when you work your days off, that means you had no real rest day.
Right.
And then if anything gets in the way of you being able to game or do any of the other things that you call your mental health things, right? Mm-hmm. You're going to be an asshole. And then when you're an asshole, you surface the side of me that's like, yo, she's there too. I'm a feisty Pisces, yo. So I'm ready to zing your ass back. So, but if it's going on for so much, because constantly going, no sleep, no, whatever. My energy is this. I got 20 things to do. The energy shifts, and you're not in the mood, even if you want to, like in the core, you fighting to be on some gentle stuff.
Right.
So I do feel like for a little while, we got a little meaner, and I do think it shifted me, and I don't think it shifted back like quickly. So now I get it. All right, I'll touch you more.
Yeah, and I'll be nicer to you.
I feel like you enchanted him a little bit. Yo, see the glossy look in this nigga eye? Like I think do you need to like walk or something? Like, yo, bro, she mentioned sucking dick and you just like left.
I guess.
Because he was saying I would touch him. He was saying I don't touch him and all this stuff the other day. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I'll be touching that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? But what he did not say was what he just said just now. And it's like, okay. Because when he first came to me saying, I'm not touching him enough. And I'm like, me? Not touching you enough? But the way he continued to explain it was in relation to like your hands are magical. And even when your reflux is acting up, that hand job is going to do what it needs to do.
Oh, Jesus. With the oil, show the oil that you would use.
Shut up, man. I use the massage.
Those new chairs, Chris. Don't be trying to get that on my couch.
All right. It's like, yeah, but what he didn't say is what he just said right now for the first time. That when you touch me, I'm naturally on cold. You touch me, it warms me. And so you're nicer, you're warmer, you're kinder. And I'm like, if you had said that, we would have gotten here so much quicker.
So my turn. What's one thing that when you got with me, you realized like, this is something that I didn't know that I needed?
Oh man, one of your strongest skills, easy. You know how we used to get the classwork assignments back in the day where they used to make you like they'll write a sentence, but it'd be a line, a blank, fill in the blank. You fill in the blank. You fill in the blank. You fill in the fucking blank phenomenally. Where I'm gonna miss, you're gonna have the blank filled in. If my battery is running low, somehow it's gonna be on 98% because you charged it. Like, not even just there, right? I'll give you a perfect example. I just ordered the couch. You was like, let me order this table that she can use to sit at with the little footrest thing and the cup holder so she could work. Cause I don't like to sit at the desk because it hurts my back and whatever. So as I'm over here, we unboxing the couch. What arrives in the fucking mail from Amazon? This table. And you're like, I got this. And I'm like, why are you spending money? I'm going off on him. I ain't gonna hold you because he always buying, he has a shopping problem. So anyway, I'm going off. Like, come on, babe, what'd you buy now? And then as he pulls it out, I'm like slowly getting silence because as he's putting the table together and I'm looking at all of that, I'm like, oh, that's where you put the thing for the laptop. Like, and I'm realizing the table's for me. The table's for me, right? Because he was like, I figured, with the couch, you don't always like sitting at the desk. You can use the table so you can still do your work. You got your computer, you know what I'm saying? This and that, whatever. And then as he's doing it, I'm watching him screwing. I'm like, what's that on the floor? You like a foot holder and I'm a foot rest. And I'm like, yeah, that's a nice feature. Yeah. I bought the couch just saying we need to pick a couch. But you filled in the blank. That sealed it because the table is there. It's not even coming down. It's just there. Laptop on top, little Stanley cup holder right beside it. Chargers plugged in. I'm sitting there cozy as a mug, working and shit. And I'm like, you fill in the blank. That's honestly something I am used to being that person for people. I am so used to being a person who's thinking about the things that nobody else is thinking about. I have never had a man in my life. I could say this wholeheartedly. And if any of you guys from my past happen to watch this, I'm sorry. Not sorry. You fucked up, but he filled in the blank. And
I appreciate that.
It stood out from day one. A lot of people don't know from day one, because we did have like a, I definitely smashed on the first night. Definitely smashed.
It
but
works. It works.
It works.
It works.
Show me a lot about you. One shot. That's a lot of questions.
Yo, it was like little things happened and he did a certain thing and I was like, I'm giving him some pussy tonight.
Pass the final exam like that.
But it
fail?
wasn't,
No, you're
don't
not.
get me wrong. It was great. And what made it even more promising for me is the fact that you were on an injured leg at the time. Because you had just did your not injured, but you just had surgery on your knee, and I was like, you still delivering that with a fucked up knee. I can't wait till it heals. Let's figure it out. But anyway, it wasn't even the sex though. It was that after I left because I had to go work. Actually, it was when I went to go do your birthday thing, Tahoe, or whatever the case is. After the play party, right? Like I'm like I fulfilled my obligations. Everybody getting busy. I'm like I gotta go see this nigga. Like I gotta go back. But when we got there, not only did make sure I ate and those types of things, cool. The next morning after he, when he had to cut out and he had to leave, I think you were going to the christening or whatever for what you call it.
Shout out my guy, bro.
Yo, when he slid that pillow between my knees. I was trying to, how you pretend like you sleeping, y'all? We'd be like this, okay. But I was definitely alert. I was okay. I'll see you later. And he said that knee between my leg, and I was like, because I told him that when I'm sleeping on my side, I won't put a pillow between my legs. I wake up and my hips be hurting. So when he said that pillow, I was like, this thing remembered. That was a mad insignificant conversation, and you remembered that detail. Fill in the blanks. And so y'all need to get some people who know how to, I always say it all the time. I never knew what it was to have an addition. You know what I'm saying? Because I was so used to deductions. Just straight off deduct, subtract. You just taking away from me. Just taking away. Not bringing nothing. And that's why I say with the whole table conversation, everybody should be bringing something to the damn table. But it's a matter of do what you bring to the table, complete what I bring to the table, and together we got a meal. We got an appetizer, dessert, full course, everything, table set, on fine china. Is that the table we setting? Or, because we do be sometimes using paper plates because it's cheaper and I don't want to wash dishes all the time. But the point is, are you setting the table that really sets y'all up for the best possible longevity? Because I find that a lot of times in these relationships, it don't be equally yoked, which is why somebody always ends up feeling like they're doing more of the labor to keep the relationship whole. Because when they ask themselves, if I subtracted some of the things that I do that get overlooked, that come across as insignificant, would this relationship survive? I promise you 9 times out of 10, the answer is no. If y'all are not equally bringing something, it's a no. It's a no. Okay, but that was a good question.
Let me get a sip, babe.
What you want to sip of?
Let me get a sip of that. Stop playing. Yeah.
And something a little stronger.
Yes, indeed.
Shout out to Tahoe for having something stronger under the table.
Yeah, what do you need?
I definitely.
Yo, water? What you need?
I'm good, bro.
You sure?
Yeah, I had some shit over here.
All right. I got another question though. Okay, and I'm picking because I had wrote a couple, but you answered one of them, so I'm gonna skip that one.
A whole lot.
All right.
I'll be knowing, baby.
Dang, you answered 2 of them in that one question. Jeez, damn.
Baby?
Okay. Because one of the questions was, "What's one way I protect your peace that you didn't even know you needed?" Mm-hmm. And maybe you have a different answer to the question, but some of what you just answered kind of taps into that when you said the safety part. But if there's more, you can give it.
Yeah. You're loyal and you're reliable. I personally, I remember I used to joke with it in the beginning. I don't know if it was insensitive or not, but I always used to say.
More than likely it was. What was it? What did you used to say?
But I come from a very conservative family. And, the things that you do, sexologists and all of that business, what I'm saying, not my cup of tea initially. But then the 2 years, I think it's 2 years, something like that, of being single, opened my eyes, my lifestyle.
I'm happy that you're forgetting your single life. Continue. For the
record. I started to open my mind up to different things and got away from what people think I should like, what everybody else likes, what everybody has to say, and I'm focused on what I like.
So what's the insensitive thing? Because I feel like what was the insensitive
all this
thing?
ass shaking on Instagram and sex this.
Because
And,
I be throwing it.
you know what I'm saying? All that. And I was like, yo, this could be my
girl,
woman.
you better.
Could be mine. You know what I'm saying? And then saying that
You better.
stupidness.
Now he be holding the camera while I be like,
You right. I'm like, they gonna love that baby. Let me tell you.
Yo.
Idiot.
yo, that's crazy.
I know. How times change, right? HD. Like,
Because not only
for this.
is he recorded it, but you do be saying it like, oh, nah, they gonna love this.
They gonna love that.
Like,
But
see, he be looking out for y'all. You know what I'm saying? He be looking out.
But then, like I said, it's more of the loyalty. I don't feel that you disrespect me. I don't feel that you do things that make me look bad. You're very, very conscious of certain things. But at the same time, you're not boring. You're entertaining. You're spicy. You know what I'm saying? And I love that.
You be. I noticed that you be knowing when to lay it on, and whatever the case is.
Just tell the truth. You're looking to the left, not looking to the right. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Anyway, inside joke, y'all. Inside joke. So anyway, but the way I used to say, like, I hate women like you, yo.
You sure did, and he said all of those things to me,
You know what I'm saying?
including all the
like,
toxic things you said in that first conversation.
Hell yeah. Shut up. But anyway, so you have this loyalty, like there's a thing that you do that a lot of women mess up on. And I'm gonna explain it real quick. Women have a bad habit of sharing their privileges and their gifts with other people when it comes to their man. For example,
like the things that should be exclusive to him being the other. Okay,
the protection, the favors, the access. Like, you wouldn't put me out of my way for another woman. Like, let's say
give an example.
We're doing something, right? Let's say we're leaving a party. We're in my infinity. You know I gotta work in the morning. But this woman, it's 11 o'clock. You're like, yeah, we can't go to work. My man gotta go to work. Other one be like, babe, take her home. Yo, it's not a big deal. She's right, 10 blocks away. You'd be like, nah, my man gotta go home. We gotta get home now. Everybody take care. Whatever.
Oh, you mean like, okay, so like, you feel like women, if they're out, they'll be like, babe, can you drop her off? Or
yeah, babe, can you lift this? Lift that, babe. Like, come on, just take it for her. You be like, nah, my man work on the gym. He a little sore. He can't be lifting all your bitches' boxes. Like, nah, you protect me. Like, you.
Tahoe, you feel like women subject men to labor like that?
Their access, their resources, their strength.
Like with their friends?
Y'all not gonna. You trying to? Why are you?
All right, never mind. Next topic.
That's it, man. What y'all could speak about amongst yourselves as a couple, that's one thing. I'm not gonna come in here like, yeah, wouldn't it be? Y'all ain't gonna do that to me.
Because Tahoe's so used to being on the side of the antagonist that he can't. No, but I get what. I get what you're saying.
Yo, Chris. All right.
Mm-hmm. I would say, I think that is, if it's not obvious, that obviously not all women do these things, but some. But there's a bad
habit of it, and it's like it's unconscious because it's like, yo, at the end of the day, she's like, oh, he's a man, but they have to remember this is my man, and I have to protect my man, because a lot of times men get taken advantage of because of their strength, because of the protection, because of their access, because of their abilities, period, or their resources. You know what I'm saying? And you don't do that. You don't let nobody get the things that you get. You don't take advantage of that. You don't take it for granted. And that's a big deal to me.
Okay.
That's a big deal because how much times you see a woman expecting her man to give her privileges to every woman that's around. He'll do it. Babe, I
try to practice a level of first of all, being realistic, and being reasonable. I think that there are some circumstances that, being reasonable. For example, when you picked me up the other day, after I finished doing the bedroom candy training, and my friend, right, who is clearly on an injured foot, is got a car parked in a garage 2-3 blocks away with mad people walking up and down the street,
Santa
not caring.
Con.
Yeah, Santa Con. So people just walking,
35th
bombarding.
Street.
Nobody's
Crazy
taking no
Midtown.
consideration to people
Jesus
walking.
Christ.
I'm like, I don't want to see her try to tough it out down the street in a boot on her foot or whatever the case is. So there's a level of, and then it's like, it's not going to really take us out the way because we got to drive in a direction of one of these highways, right? And so I'm like, okay, if it's something that, it's around the corner, it's not going to be too much of an inconvenience, of course. And I would feel, I don't want to, walk away from that situation feeling bad that like I would potentially leave her in that scenario.
But even in that, it was a perfect scenario because what happens after you dropped off? What did you do to protect me?
Oh, I drove.
Mm-hmm. He was flinging that pilot.
I was,
flinging that SUV.
Because you were tired. Well, when you got there, I could
tired.
see that you were tired. I didn't know what occurred in the day.
Destroyed. I had nothing left. I had nothing. And I had to work later.
Yeah, so that's
So
why
I
I
had
was like, after
nothing.
you drop her off, we can switch. I'll drive.
Took me 28 minutes to get across town. I had nothing left. And then you still protected me. And I'm like, these are the things. I'm like, you see, always protecting me. I was
Okay.
like, I love
Okay.
it.
Okay. That's interesting.
Especially when I'm soft and I'm like, oh, babe, I can't drive no more. And he'd be like, I got
Because
it,
he
babe.
passenger prince. Yo, he's a passenger prince. He's a passenger prince. You should see how he be sitting there with like when he got his little cup and the passenger seat. And he, what he does? He does what we do. You learn taking pages out of our book. He'd be like, "Yeah, babe, you just drive this car. I could never drive it like you do. I could never fling this pilot. We were in my Infinity, hands down.
Know what I'm
When
saying?
we in this pilot, it's all you,
Got
baby."
it.
He'd be sitting and trying to affirm me and all that
Hell
stuff while
yeah.
he's sitting there.
I'm like, damn, baby, your pilot got a fat ass. Like, okay.
Shut up, shut up, shut up. Nah, he gets the passenger prince. I don't mind driving.
Another thing.
I never understood that thing though.
Save that for like maybe Monday night. One of those things I love about you.
Because I don't understand that. I don't
Because
understand it.
You can drive. You not because you drive fat. No, you know the size of your SUV. You know the size. You know when to change, not to change. You see danger. I can't say it about a lot of people, men
Okay.
and women, because it's not all men
Nah,
can
because it
drive.
definitely be
No.
wow.
So-
Okay. All right, that's a good one. All right.
Wonderful.
So before I go to the next thing,
Talk to me.
because I asked you 2 questions. Did you have any other question on your end?
What's one thing that I do to make you feel safe?
Oh, I'll tell you, there's a lot of things, but there was one time that is a good example, right? You will defend me against anybody. It could be my mother.
Yeah.
It could be my kids.
Yeah.
It could be anybody. Like nobody's off limits. And sometimes like my instinct to protect the kids and all of them is there, but I ain't gonna hold you. Like even the kids, if they wilding out and they stressing me out and I got stuff to do, he get in their face. But it was Thanksgiving last year. I was beat. I had 48 hours runtime.
Yeah.
I napped for 10 minutes in the whole 48 hours. I kid you not. I'm not exaggerating. I'm not anything. I took stuff to keep my energy going. I put my music on. I'm in there cooking. Boom. And it was such a big deal to me because this is the first time your parents were going to be there for the holidays. So it's like, no pressure. Only his mom, who also is a cook. No big deal. I need her to love this plate. I need her to be like, pack me some of that to go, please.
It's like, Kash, I made the potato salad.
Kash, I made a potato salad.
You know
I
what I'm
need
saying?
I need
Yo.
mom asking about the potato salad or something, right? So I definitely, but on top of that, I still had to get the house prepared too. You just doing a regular house clean that you're doing before people come over, setting up the spaces. So that night, I think after it was all said and done, they were asking me to drive and drop people off home because I have the 8 passenger vehicle.
Right.
And I can hold a lot of people. And obviously, if my car is leaving, it got to come back, right?
Right.
So I was about to go and do it because on the other side of it, they was taking the kids And I'm like, if they're going to take the kids, the least I could do is drop them off. And I don't know. It was like I had to look at my face. I was sitting down. I was about to put my shoes on or whatever. And like you kind of like just tightened it. And I know I used that term tighten. I used Warlock earlier. It's all from the game Destiny or whatever the case is. But we use it to describe two different personality types. Warlock, more calculated, more mental, more whatever. Tighten, more charge, more force. So if you hear those words, I want y'all to know what that means. So he forced it, tightened it. And it's on some like, gotta hear, like, you know, you ain't driving. But it wasn't even just that. You went in there, you was like, yo, you're gonna get in the tub, you're gonna go brush your feet. I'll take care of it. I got it. The whole kitchen, my sister, my mom, everybody. That's a good man, Savannah. That's a good man. And it was kind of like, I never would have told them no.
No, you wouldn't have.
So you even protect me from me.
Yep.
That's one of the biggest ways when you say, oh, that makes me feel protected. It's the fact that you will even fight me when I'm the person who's directly causing myself harm. That right there, first of all, it takes guts because I'm not an easy woman to back down.
But I'm bigger than you.
That has no weight because there are certain things that I could do to you, big guy. Why you? It's on my nerves. Because remember the time you tried to knee me and I'm like, I don't have balls.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, well, you do.
And then he was like, oh, all right, I'm sorry. I am so sorry.
He was like, you realize it. You could be bigger than me, but you have balls.
I know.
Mm-hmm. And that right there will help disarm the biggest of guys, whatever the case is. Honestly, no man protect nothing like they protect the family jewels. Okay. But I hope that answers your question.
Yes, it does.
Okay. So kind of going forward, one of the things that I wanted to talk about as far as care, we've had plenty of conversations that we've talked about on podcasts and stuff about our aftercare and all these types of things and intentionality. But I do want to kind of tap into it because we are the kind of people who will incorporate things in our bedroom and our extracurricular activities to kind of emphasize things. And usually, I'm so happy you don't have your mic drop right now. But usually, it could be things like that. But I took a couple things out and I decided that I wanted to have a little fun.
Okay.
Number one. And number two, I wanted to because they're products that you're pretty familiar with and allow you to speak from a man's perspective about them. Mm-hmm. Because another way that we take care of each other is that we take care of each other's body.
Yes, we do.
And take pride in the ways of making one another come. I believe that we really think each other's orgasms matter.
Yes.
That's the best way I could put it, right?
Yes.
But you're also a sadist.
I am.
Okay. So I thought that I would have fun.
Villain.
Yes. I thought I would have fun with a couple things too. So I'm just giving you that to set the tone.
Yes.
But the first thing that I wanted you to do, I bought this little model. This is Goldie. Those of you guys who are part of my YSB Pleasure Institute know Goldie. Goldie is my clitoris model, right? I'm going to take her out of the stand that she sits in.
It's fancy.
Very fancy clitoris, golden clitoris. You like gold?
I thought it looked familiar.
You like gold, don't you?
Yeah.
See this
my
clit?
favorite color.
You love clits?
Yes.
You like my clit?
I love yours.
Cool. I want you to take Goldie, and I want you to give your best impersonation of your sexologist bestie, Kash. Okay. And I want you to pretend that you're teaching the guys and girls about the female anatomy and ways that a person could access it or please it. But keep in mind, you can choose to go about it from the angle of just general education, or you could talk about the things that you do to me and why while educating on the clitoris. But I want you to do it in an impersonation of me so you can't talk in your Chris voice.
Okay.
Down? Mm-hmm. Giving you the opportunity to have fun and make jokes on purpose. Look at that. Yeah.
It's the sexologist Kash. Hey, y'all. And we're going to talk about today is the clitoris. You love it. I love it. We love it. This right here, the clitoris has so many nerve endings. The only thing that has more nerve endings than your clitoris is your feet. But we're not talking about the feet for the guys with the foot fetish right now. We talk about on the sides, the bulbs, It gets missed a lot because people always focus on the top of the clip, but this whole thing is the clip. Can't forget it all, baby. Can't forget it all. So, what I do to her, I usually stay right here, watch her body, watch how she reacts. I make her dance, and she loves to dance. But what I also do, she likes heat. I generate a lot of heat. So I would use my hand a lot of times and rub this whole area. So this gets stimulated. This gets stimulated with the top of my hand over here. And I'd rub it to get her aroused. So now she's feeling a whole bunch of sensation. Also, what I learned, this right here is very important. When I do my technique on her clitoris, my technique for oral is a 3-step technique. It's a push, pushing the hood back, getting an airtight grip, pulling the clit out with the suction, and then flicking with the tongue. While I'm doing that, I tend to use my free hand and rub the outer area of this
Just
clit.
out of curiosity, my sexologist daddy, where are those two, like when you look at the vagina, where do you find those two ones on the outside?
Well, these are the two lips, and this is like more towards the pelvic region, like the crevice, that fold in the leg over here. So when I'm licking her, I'm using my technique, I'm rubbing that fold in the
Oh,
leg.
my lips you talking about?
Yeah, like right between the lip and the side. I can't
Okay,
explain
so there's two labias, pause, labia majora and labia minora. What he's talking about is the in-between of the inner lips and the outer lips.
it.
Okay.
Yeah, that. So,
Okay, so you're using that to stimulate
Right.
the stems.
yes.
Okay.
So when I touch the stems, yeah. And when I touch her stems, she tends to dance even more because now I'm starting to overload her senses. So now before it was an arching in the back, now it's a moving in the waist. Now she's trying to tell herself that she can take it because she's such a good girl, isn't she?
Yes, I'm a good girl.
She's a good girl. But that's if I'm trying to make her come or push her to the edge of coming.
Well, the two in the middle, right? The bulbs that's like in the vagina and then behind the walls. How do you touch those?
Oh, inside the vagina, you said, right? Now, what I would do is I would use some lube sometimes and put 2 fingers in. And as I put 2 fingers in, I spread my fingers. And sometimes when I spread my fingers in and out, I would get a different kind of sensation versus just one finger. If I use one finger, I turn it upwards and try to get the other side of it. Was a G spot? G spot. Get the G spot and make you dance that way too. I'd love to see you dance.
You're an ass. You did good. You
Thank
did
you.
good. You did good.
Thank you,
You
baby.
did good. So speaking of things that we use to make me dance, as you look at the table, my darling, right? Which would be the first tool of the pleasure products? Now, I do want to make it known that I do have Sweet Spot here. I did grab one of the lubes and the candles are there. So I consider those under the category of pleasure, not just the toys. So if you using the products you see on the table, those are the pleasure ones. These are the, body, the things. These are the oil, whatever. Talk me through it. Talk me through how you would foreplay me. How'd you go about that, darling?
Okay. Well, I use the candles because I've gotten very familiar with those candles. I use the oil and wax from the candles because once I pour the oil on you when it's hot, you like the heat sensation. And then I can use that to rub you down because you like the heat from my hand. So it all goes together. I definitely use Eros and put my body close to yours so you can get the pheromones, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, so you basically
Yeah, I definitely try to
okay.
set you up.
He puts the pheromones on himself.
You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
I
Yeah,
did notice you had it on today. I smelled it like.
I was like, yeah. Anyway, I do use Sugar Daddy also. Because sometimes I be wanting to have it shine.
Talk about it, babe. Don't be.
Oh,
be-
don't. Yo, listen.
Talk about it.
So I use the Sugar Daddy
Where do you put
on my
it?
private part. You know what I'm saying? Have everything shiny. Make your eyes focus on it. You know what I'm saying? And it smells nice. You were like, what's that? Like, oh, you know what I'm saying? It's me, baby.
It's dick.
It's cock. Yes.
Yeah.
It's shiny, you know? But smells good. It helps with the perspiration. It kind of limits
Like
it.
outside of the sexual things, do you feel like it helps you?
Nah, it's necessary every day. After a shower and everything like that. Definitely helps, you know.
I'm not a man. I don't have a penis. You have to help me understand. Like,
Thank
why?
you. Thank you for not having one.
Can you tell me though, from a male's perspective of Sugar Daddy, which I know we're working on rebranding naming wise, by the way.
Because I don't want to use a Sugar Daddy.
No, you're like, it's because you putting it on is supposed to turn you into the Sugar Daddy.
But that was a thought process of it.
I think that's what it was.
You
but
think you're not even sure.
I'm sure that that's what the angle was. Like you put it on, you smell sweet, like a Sugar Daddy.
Nah, it's definitely essential.
Because what does it help with that? Like, okay, if you could compare not using it to using it, what was the problem or issue that you feel like men might deal with in that region that Sugar Daddy helps with?
When I take that shower before work, put on a lotion, everything like that, put on the Sugar Daddy, pause, with the in my private area, right? I can come home from work and you wouldn't even know I went to work. Versus
that's true.
not using it, then it's like, oh, you had a hard day at work. I'll be like,
Oh, you mean like you smell like a hard day?
like, yeah, like, oh,
yeah,
shit.
yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it definitely helps with the perspiration. It helps with the freshness. Definitely helps with the freshness. Super duper. I gotta put that maybe for the Tuesday why I love it, because he introduced me to that product. It's crack. Can't go nowhere without it.
Okay. So
Definitely
you'll
in
put the
travel
Sugar
bag,
Daddy?
definitely next to the computer. I have it everywhere.
Yeah, he be acting funny with me about it too. Like if I need to use some of it, like because look, we have hot cakes, right? Which is basically the counterpart of Sugar Daddy. Similar, same pretty much formula, except Sugar Daddy has more of the lemon extract kind of scent to it. But what they do, like, open it for me a second, baby, please.
Sure.
You open the Sugar Daddy. You hold that up for me, baby. If you look, you can see that like this is the same, right? And that's because the coconut oil in it.
Oh my God.
It's a very specific. You almost running out?
Huh?
You running out?
I probably am.
Oh,
Damn.
that's his personal Sugar Daddy, y'all.
I know.
Wow.
I'll deal with that.
We'll work. We'll make sure you get some Sugar Daddy.
Don't get me wrong. Hot cake smells great.
Yeah,
Works great.
it works the same,
Right.
But it's just the scent.
I just like that one.
But you like
better.
Sugar Daddy, you know that's
Yeah.
your preference. So it has that coconut oil base, which is why right now it looks a little bit more solid, because you know coconut oil heats up, which is why it has like a little temperature
Yeah.
gauge on the back. Ideally, you want to keep it at 76 degrees, but if it's not 76 degrees, you can run it under hot water. Or I sometimes push it out. You see, in this
Smells good though.
in this state, and then as I'm rubbing it, it's gonna do what coconut oil does,
Right.
and it's gonna melt away.
Let me smell that.
You wanna smell it?
Smell good, baby.
You like it? Yeah, but I get what you mean. Sugar Daddy does have a fresh, crisp smell to it. That's a little different than hot cakes and
Yes.
fragrance. So I get it. Okay.
But hot cakes is great.
Okay.
If I don't have that, then
Then you'll use hot cakes in the
it's
meantime.
nobody's business. You know what I'm saying? If I smell like hot cakes, you know what I mean?
So after you use the Sugar Daddy to shine him up, what's next?
You have the oil, the spray oil.
This one, the moisturizing body oil.
Yeah.
Oh, this is my baby. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the way we use that is different. So
So with this, a lot of times, fresh out the shower, you don't even use like lotion. You be using oil. You put me onto that. You're very serious about these bedroom candy products. And it's like a product for everything. So he was like, yeah, moisturize
And
with
there's a
this.
creamy consistency twin to it right here. Like, sorry, let me just grab this. Like if you see the same banner,
Right.
they're both Island Escape fragrance, but this is basically like the Nourish body butter, which is the whipped consistency of the same fragrance. But yeah, you're right. I do prefer
The oil.
oils. Just I have eczema,
Yes.
so I use sometimes these for the deep moisture. But when I use the moisturizing body oil, are you okay if I say? I know you're about to explain it. Can I explain one thing real quick?
Just go ahead, honey. It's your world, baby. It's your world. It's your world. Go ahead.
So the thing that actually got me hooked on the moisturizing body oil, aside from the fact the fragrance on it is wild gentle, right? And it's mad soft. You want to touch my hand? That's the lotion.
You
Like
feel
that?
Yeah, I
Like that? Nourish literally gets softer as you touch it.
Yeah.
So, but I'm a busy woman, right? I think anybody who knows me knows that I be having a lot of stuff going on. And when it's busy, it's busy.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
before I had a you in my life,
Right. What's
it's just
up?
me, the kids. I got less time to do more because I don't have another person offsetting certain things. So when I took showers and stuff, I didn't always have time to like have the deep, serious skincare moments and all that kind of stuff because like I'm squeezing in the care on that realm sometimes between the other things that I might have to be doing and the kids and the whatever. So I use moisturizing body oil. Reminds me of a product that they had by Avon back in the day, Skin So Soft, but this is like 20 times better in my opinion. I was very loyal to that product for a long time. You could just like put a couple drops of water in your bath or whatever, and your skin would just be. The moisturizing body oil does a similar thing, but the penetration of that moisture is deep. Like you literally are instantly soft to the touch. I don't care what anybody says after you put it on. And it's like, you always compliment me. You'd be like, oh, baby, you feel so soft. Sometimes you do that on days that I haven't put nothing on for like a whole day. And you still seem to feel like everything is soft. And that moisturizing body oil and Velvet are the two things that saves everything.
Oh, yeah. You love your velvet.
Mm-hmm. So much so. Let me tell you what I did. Let me tell y'all what I did. I grabbed this because it was the first one I saw. Yeah. Thinking like, oh, I need to grab a Velvet real quick for it.
Love your velvet, yo.
I have nothing in this jar.
Like
I thought I grabbed a jar of Velvet. I grabbed a jar of what was Velvet. Here lies rest in peace because there's nothing like, wait. There's a little bead of moisture at the bottom. Love it. So Velvet, I'm going to put a different part of my arm real quick just to show y'all. I'm not even in the shower. Velvet is a organic sugar scrub. I'm just grabbing the moisture from it or whatever the case is. But like my skin always has great luster. And
Yes,
Velvet takes so much of the cake for it.
Like your person.
So when you're in the shower, these are products that you use during shower time so that by the time you come out the shower, your work is done. So, I wash, I clean, I exfoliate using the Velvet. It's a gentle scrub. Hit the inner thighs, hit the whole body. All the areas that can be pigmented, I get real ritualistic in those areas. I use the turmeric scrub and I keep the scrub inside the organza bag that it comes in because the organza bag has a light.
That's a yellow one, right?
Actually, it's like this almost though. It's the same material.
Yeah.
So this bag right here, right? So the bag that the stuff comes in actually has like some texture to it that kind of allows you to use it to kind of add to the exfoliation. So I use the bag, I put the soap bar inside of it, and I use that when I'm coming across my skin. Boom. After that, Velvet. Boom. Once all of that said and done, I rinse it off. I hit myself with the moisturizing body oil, rub it in while I'm still wet because while your skin is drying, it's going to pull in and absorb the moisture and still keep that shiny,
You would dab yourself with the towel, but not like...
I don't wipe.
Right.
I just and the only time I dab myself is if I need to dry quickly because if not, I just let myself air dry. Yeah, so that I can really take it in. I don't want the towel to take the moisture off my skin and pull it in. And then, I'll say this, and I say it all the time. For a woman who deals with eczema, you would never know. I do my best to make sure you would never know. So that's how I use the moisturizing body oil. But you use it slightly differently, dear. Go ahead, continue. I'm sorry.
When I put the oil on you, I kind of throw a massage in it also because you like to be touched.
Sure do. Touch me.
But this helps glide and been using it in a different way recently when I'm using the hand warmers or whatever. It helps.
Oh
with
yeah. Shh, don't tell people about the hand
so
warmers.
forget it. So anyway,
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You can you could talk about it. I'm kidding.
all right. So recently, being that I work outside, I got these electric hand warmers, and they work double-sided, everything like that. But she loves heat, loves fireplay, all that stuff. But let's save that. So what I've been using is this oil, put on her body, or the other one, the small massage oil.
Oh yeah, I don't have one with me here,
Okay.
but I know what you're talking about.
Massage trio.
The oil trio.
But this works the same way. I would, spray the oil. Make
Oh
sure
yeah, well,
sure.
why not? Yeah,
So
sure.
I would put on my hand so it doesn't splash everywhere, and then I'll rub her down, and then I'll put the hand warmers in my hand and palm it, and then have the heat as I'm rubbing it down. So now you're feeling the heat in the middle of my hand, and then you still feel the softness. My fingers accentuating everything. So I've been doing this
Why are you touching me like that right now?
to make you
I felt what you did with your fingers.
to
What
make you feel as red as your dress, honey. But anyway,
I feel like I do look a little redder. It's crazy.
I hope to always have that effect.
I have no blush on my cheeks. I only have it here.
So when I do that,
That's crazy.
That's another form of foreplay
I like that
to
finger
warm
thing
you
you
up.
did.
Because your skin is really, really soft.
What's wrong? You feeling dry?
What you gonna do to me?
You want the moisturizer body oil on your hand? I thought you would have went for arrows.
I could, but
Okay.
this oil. Yeah.
Keep talking, baby. Keep talking.
Sorry, I get a little distracted.
I noticed that.
Some watch going on? No, I'm playing.
No,
So
not yet.
with that, it warms it up, gets you ready for anything actually. Because if I was to do that before you started taping, you'd be taping with a bigger smile on your face. So that kind of stuff gets the blood pumping, gets the blood flowing. So the Eros, the oil, this lube. Is it cherry vanilla?
No.
It's
Not
anyway,
cherry vanilla. Cherry vanilla is out right now. It'll be back
is?
soon. It'll be out
with
it'll
good
be back soon.
reason. Let me calm down.
He loves that cherry vanilla.
Watching Netflix be like, just
Tasting the lube casually, crazy.
It's that good. But anyway, use the lube. A lot of times, I use the lube to deal with our friend here, and
I got it, baby. Thank you.
like I said, with the lube, it makes it easier to touch the whole area, rub. You can feel the softness.
Do you use
everything.
lube before me?
No.
Interesting.
No. Hell no. I was like, who need lube? Yo, you gotta use lube. She don't like you. You know what I'm saying? All that stupidness until
There's
you
a
get,
lot of women who feel that way too.
yeah, until you get with a sexologist and you realize, lube stops, the micro tears, and the lube helps with.
You think I'm dry without it?
No, but it helps. It still helps,
You know, I think for me,
especially when you ovulate. Jesus Christ, like whoa. You just slide everywhere like, oh shit. Oh, indoor water
you
park.
asked me that during sex the other time, like a couple weeks ago.
I was like, yo, what's going on?
It's just like
Like, yo, what's up?
she's ready.
Like, yeah.
She's ready. That shit was no sound in the room, right? You know, imagine you trying to keep it down, covering your mouth, and your pussy's like.
I was like, you hear that?
Yeah, how wet this mouth. And I'm
Yeah.
like,
Love it. You sure do got a pretty mouth.
Blood clot. Bomb clot.
Yep, I get to have more fun than any other guest. Yes, I got privileges.
yeah. Talk about, you sure do have a pretty mouth. It's crazy, babe. Pick up the manifest.
Sorry. I love that line. That line is great.
Yeah. Okay. So you use the lube to keep the area on outside. So what would be your tool of choice that you would start with?
Pleaser is a favorite. Is definitely on the top.
Show me how you use it. Don't worry about cutting it. Just show me how you use. Pretend like this finger. Okay, hold on. Pretend like this is the vagina.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I get that.
Oh, you gonna lube my finger too?
Move your finger.
Oh, okay.
So,
Okay. Oh. That shit feels nice to my fingers.
so let me get under there too. Anyway, like that. Anyway,
I was drooled a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Give you credit.
I would use the pedal pleaser. Mm-hmm. Stay on the top. Stay right here. Up and down. Try not to desensitize you. But,
Really?
yeah. So, a lot
Because I noticed that you move it like you don't. I'm happy you do. Let me tell you that. That's one of the mistakes a lot of like any guy who's used toys that they make sometimes. Keeping it steady for too long, and you start to not. The sensation changes as opposed to like when you take it away and you give it back. So you naturally do that, but I didn't know that you were conscious that you were doing it for a
I
reason.
didn't go to school for what she went for, but, I pay attention, baby.
Okay.
But a lot of times I would, sometimes a hard press, sometimes it's like a great, like barely touching it.
Mm-hmm.
But I come around this side, come around that side, do the circular motions on it, watch your body look up and watch you.
Mm-hmm.
And see if you dancing for me or not. It's the theme of the day. But anyway, but that's how I use it. It's wonderful. It's wonderful because it's like there's a lot of the vibrating for you.
I feel like you used pedal pleaser. Was it pedal pleaser you used while giving oral one time though, or was it a different toy?
All of them. I'm playing, but was it Womanizer? The one with the woman. I think it's Womanizer.
It was Womanizer once. You used mic drop, Womanizer, external. I feel like those were the main ones. But I feel like you used pedal pleaser one time because you asked me. You were like you were eating me out, and then you stopped and you asked me, did I like it better when you used the toy over, or when you came from under into it, or something like that? You was like, which one do you like more? Mm-hmm. I just can't remember what toy it was. I was taking in a lot of stimulation, so I don't remember which toy. But I feel like it might have been pedal pleaser.
No, the one that goes on your finger.
Get in touch.
Yeah,
black one. The black one with the point. Okay, get in touch. Okay,
all
right.
My finger was vibrating and I went under.
Yeah, because it was something you was like doing that, but you were meeting it with your mouth.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then when I started doing that,
I couldn't tell what's down there because I was down there, but I just knew something was down there, and I liked it.
Yes, because I was cornering your clit. That's another technique. So
okay.
I would use my thumb at the top and the toy at the bottom, and sometimes I would like sandwich your clit. We'd corner it. Sandwich. So now,
yeah, you got to explain it better for Tal because I know because crazy. I felt it, but you definitely, it's like my clit is definitely the middle of the sandwich, but like his, you want Goldie?
You're Goldie. All right, Goldie. So we don't have the hood picture. So
but the hood is right over that skin. It's just skin over that part that sticks out.
So now she's laying down.
Let me help you.
Okay.
Right? Because all of this would be hidden.
Right.
Perfect.
So now so now your hood is right here still, and I'll take the toy and use this thumb to push it down towards it, and then push the toy up from here up into it like that. And you'd feel the thrill, like, up and down a roller coaster. You feel it down on the roller coaster going up and down. So when I do like that, sometimes I'll hold the clit here and then put it right into it. So now I'm basically pushing the clit right into the thing. And then sometimes I take my hand off and the clit trying to find its ground. I push it right back into it, and then we keep sandwiching it. And we still sandwiching it. And sandwiching it. And then a lot of times... Sorry, sometimes I get a little nutty. I get a little nerdy. But anyway,
no, that's okay.
When I do that, you respond different. But, I don't do everything every time. I pick bits and pieces every time we do it. But when I do that, I get a certain response out of you. You tend to move more, shake more, dance more because of you kind of being overloaded. But I try to not to do it too much. So now I don't want to overload you. Like, you can't handle nothing else. I like to kind of get you high and keep you at that hot temperature.
Yes, you do. You do a good job there.
Thank you.
I too use pedal pleaser on you.
Yeah, you do, baby.
Why you sit back like that? Like I was about to do it now. You're like, here you go.
I thought that was a theme.
No, but I too use. I definitely. I like to use the pedals for pleasing as well. It's good for the nipples, but I like to use it more specifically, not just when I'm giving you oral, but like when I'm arched over and I reach through my legs with my arm.
Reach back.
And I go, so can you pass it to me, Daddy?
Sure. I love the reach back.
So obviously you have it on, but
Yeah.
I put my hands this way when I have long nails on, by the way, just so, but I don't have long nails on right now, so I can come straight through the center. But literally kind of like between my legs, it gives you, like my finger reach is pretty good because my finger's like right here. So I can get there, but you got to be able to reach. Sometimes if my legs are open, I'll go this way. But if my legs are closed, to give him like that tight squeeze of the lips around him as he's, stroking, I'll reach from the side and come under. But I get up under behind his balls.
Yeah.
So whenever he thrusts into me, because obviously we're coming like this into each other, right? So if I'm bent, every time I come back, I pull towards his balls so that while he's penetrating, he's feeling...
I want to start breathing hard, but it's starting to happen.
And you look like you started to get a little hot, sweaty
yeah,
too.
So the back up from the back like, oh shit.
He started backing up from the mic, wild crazy. So they hear him breathing. But, ladies, it's like, you literally just do this, right? Even if you're standing, I know that, if you're standing, you're going to take it and you're going to come between your legs here.
Yeah.
And then that's his balls. Every time he comes into contact with you.
That's right. Look back at
you
it.
Boom.
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 Boom. So
look back at it. Yeah. Love it.
This man.
That's right.
I definitely do be looking back though.
You definitely do. I know.
I look back. Yeah, I like to see your face. I like to see your reaction.
But then I can't look at you.
I noticed that.
Then it's over.
Because if you're gonna come, it ends. It ends there. Because he'll look at me for 2 seconds and he'll be like,
"Let's go, Yankees." I ain't trying to.
Okay,
right
so we are coming to a conclusion for this part, but okay, good shit. That's very helpful. I think that pedal pleaser is definitely used a lot. Mm-hmm. All right, guys, we had to cut real quick because we got more to give y'all, and I know that y'all a little eager for more. But do not worry, we're gonna be back again to talk a little bit more, something more spicy. We're gonna have a little bit of fun, all kinds of things. So make sure you guys come back for. What are you doing?
We come back for the spicy and part 2. You know what I'm saying? I know you don't want to miss it. I was getting into it. You know what I'm saying?
You was getting into it?
Getting into it. Tune in for part 2. Do the thing.
That's your camera right there.
I'm going to go for the main camera.
Why you go for the main? No, go for the camera that's yours.
Tune in for part 2. I'm your sexologist bestie. And you don't want to miss the conclusion of this episode for 2025.